All right, Steve, it's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 10 of Eric Abbenante versus the world. Eric is my best friend and my faithful sidekick. He's decided to cover his tracks recently. He's going to have you believe he's making a fashion choice right now. He's going to come out wearing scarves like it's snowing outside and we're in Texas and only snows 5 days a year out here. 5 whole days. It's actually much worse than you can imagine. There was a couple days back, he was having a pretty rigorous strangle baiting session. And you know, when those go awry, they really go awry. So his neck's all bruised up. He nearly lost his life. And we found out some things about Eric we didn't know before. You know, he's into pain, as well as strangle baiting. So if you accidentally touch him on the neck, he may come. So don't hug him or anything like that. Just keep a safe distance between the two of you. So, what happens when you get a guy rocking a gay scarf in a pot dispensary? You get Eric Abbenante versus the world, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, thank you all so much. Episode 10 of Eric Abbenante versus the world. They didn't think we would make it. They meaning everyone who had logic and reason. But you know what? Hey, we made it to episode 10, Eric Abbenante versus the world. This is a political comedy show, and I will only apologize if I didn't offend you. That's the rule of this show, okay? That's the rule of this show. Big time Jewish news producer, okay? Big time. I started off my set that way, saying big time Jewish news producer. I immediately from the back got, boo! Jew, boo! Boo! And I didn't hear it until after the recording, and I was looking at it, I was like, oh God, what a shame. She was really hot. The chick who booed me. A real shame. You know, it was just terrible. And it was like,
so what's the issue?
Yeah, I know, right? She sounds perfect for all, you know, he hates me, hates Jews, beautiful. Yeah, she sounds like a great person, sincerely. Gen Z loves her. Yeah, you know, that's another thing my wife saved me from, my beautiful wife, who was even more beautiful than this chick, okay? She was like, you know, practically a zero compared to my wife. But she saved me because, you know, back in my single days, I would have gone after this hot anti-Semite. She was hot enough where I wouldn't have noticed if she threw me in the oven. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't have noticed at all. But it is so good to be here. Please give a warm round of applause for my faithful sidekick, the man, the myth, the legend, Steve Richardson, Steve the plumber.
The one you're here to see.
Yes, the popular one. I mean, it's weird, Steve, when the women who attend this show, just very attractive. I don't know what it is. It can't be you, tall, dark, and handsome. You know? Clearly got to be short, Jewish, and nasally. Okay? That's clearly the reason why this is
That
successful.
really does it for him. It really
Yeah,
does.
yeah, that's... I get him wet. Yeah, so... Yeah, no.
Well, they assume you have money, too.
Yeah, no, I trick him.
Way off.
I trick him. This suit is $40. Okay? The tailoring costs more. And it looked like they didn't tailor it. I'll tell you that. When I got it back, I was like, I think I just wasted my money. That was great. You'll like the way you look, I guarantee it. Nope. Well, too bad. Too bad. But no, it's so good to be here. I mean, Steve, it is my time. It is my people's time. It's December. It's Christmas time.
What do you mean? You guys killed Jesus?
Okay. We didn't kill him. We told people to kill him, okay? My other people, the Italians, okay? We told, that's what happened. But no, it is our time because, look, like, you guys are busy worshiping Jesus, you know, and caring about that. We're making all the money, okay? We're making all the money. We wrote all the Christmas songs, you know? You guys hear Joy to the World. We hear Joy to the World. The residuals have come. Deck the halls with royalties, am I right? Okay? Follow the law of the lawful, okay? That is how we do it. But yeah, no, we perform this show every single week at the greatest dispensary in Texas, some say the world, Green Goddess Revival. Yes, Green Goddess Revival, the best dispensary in the world. Perform at the greatest dispensary in Texas. But as we went over last week, to reopen the government, Mitch McConnell put in a provision that would ban hemp and could threaten great establishments like Green Goddess.
Boo.
Right, yeah, number one enemy of the show. But we have a heroine, Nancy Mace, with the Hemp Protection Act of 2025.
Yeah.
And we love her. And so yeah. No, she saved us. You know, it's like, look, it's totally not going to be an empty promise.
I don't get to yay very often.
Yeah, I know, right? On this show, not a lot of good news, but she came through, and so we just want to update you every week on our Green Goddess. You know, Nancy May saving Green Goddess, and she actually she posted a photo where the rumors online are that she's pregnant.
Ooh.
Held her hand on her pregnant belly,
right.
And she kind of had crazy eyes, I'll admit. Looked the laser eyes, like somehow she had the red glowing eyes without the effect. It was impressive. But man, I gotta say, to whoever didn't pull out, sleep with one eye open. I mean, she follows me literally on X. She's Mishbuka, but seriously, ooh, that was a mistake. No, I'm just kidding. But okay, we have so many headlines. To get to, and Christmas came early for us political comedians. So many great things in the headlines, but really the first thing where Christmas came early, Bitcoin collapsed. Oh, thank God. It went from 124,000 to 80,000.
That so affected us.
Yeah, and you know what? I gotta say, no, it's affected me because I haven't heard those Bitcoin douchebags for a whole month. Oh my God. They are the vegans and marathon runners of the financial world. Shut up about Bitcoin. Please. For the love of God. So it's just... I just can't believe it. You know, Bitcoin. But you know what? These insufferable douchebags who love Bitcoin, they're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna buy the dip, and I'm like, yeah, I'm buying the dip on the conversation about Bitcoin. It's finally receding, for the love of God. But it wasn't an early Christmas for everybody. Kash Patel, he had a rough start to December. He really did, because a insider report, a memo got leaked from inside the FBI, and it was a review of his job, and apparently he's way in over his head. He is just not doing well, Kash Patel, running the FBI. And honestly, we couldn't tell, really. He was holding it in so well. I mean, he has an amazing poker face. His poker face is like, I just shit my pants. I'm holding a pair of twos in my trousers. That is his poker face.
Like the guy working the corner store at the graveyard shift, and you come in with the hoodie on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Kash Patel.
You're here to buy something, thank God.
Yeah, I know. Kash Patel, he just has an amazing poker face. And then what else came out of this leaked memo was that Kash Patel, the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination, they rushed to Utah, right, to investigate, but he wouldn't disembark off the plane because they couldn't find his FBI jacket. He wouldn't leave the plane to start the manhunt for the killer of Charlie Kirk because he couldn't find his jacket. They're like, he literally tasked FBI members. They were like, shouldn't we be looking for Charlie Kirk's killer? No. Find the killer. Find my jacket. Please. It's so embarrassing. God, he's like, God, I would rather die than go outside with my jacket, okay? I need my jacket. He's like looking around. God, it's such
planning for the photo op.
Yeah, I know. He's just like looking around. God, it is such a pain in the neck when you can't find your jacket. Oh. You know, it's a real shame they didn't look for Charlie Kirk. Was he a Southerner? I don't know, but he was a redneck. It turned out he was a redneck. It really turned out that way. But yeah,
too soon?
Yeah, always too soon. But look, and yeah, it's been not been a great Christmas for everybody. Those who had SNAP withheld from them, they're not doing great. They are actually they are standing out in the cold, you know, waiting for food at these food banks. They are standing out in the cold, and it is just a real shame. And you know, Trump, you know, when Trump heard about this, you know, because these are mostly his voters, really, in red states. When he heard about this, he's like, you know, what'll warm their hearts and fill them with joy is if they heard about my ballroom. That's slated to be completed in 2029. Hope that makes you feel better, you hungry losers. Hope that makes you feel so much better. And it's kind of, it is rough right now. Look, you know, it's not a good Christmas for the Ukrainians either. Not a good Christmas for the Ukrainians, because not only did the peace talks stall, but then this happened today. Russia launched missiles at Ukraine, violating the ceasefire, killing Ukrainians. And Trump was devastated because this impacts his campaign for winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay? Really devastating for him.
I thought it was going to hurt his prospects for the next wife.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Exactly. No, potential mail-order brides gone. No, real tragic. So tragic. But, you know, it's a real shame because Trump, he's not really winning with Putin. He's learning the Russian art of the deal. He's like, oh yeah, Putin's like, oh, you have elections. That's cute. I'll just wait you out. You have term limits. Oh no. By the way, have you seen the picture of Trump blowing Bill? I have. You know, it's you know, and then Trump, you know, he's getting frustrated dealing with Putin. It's like there's just a deal inside of another deal inside of another deal, and then by the time I'm finished, Putin's done finishing in my asshole. It's just terrible. Just disgusting. So yeah, I mean, you know, Russian art of the deal is bad, but you know what? Trump gave us political comedians an early Christmas present. He really did. With his rant on Somalia. This was amazing. You know, telling Somalians to get out. I mean, first of all, you had to imagine, they probably had to tell them what Somalians were. Somalians, those are the people who serve me wine, right? Oh, no. Oh, you're talking about people from the shithole countries. Okay. Sometimes those cross over. Sometimes those actually cross over. But yeah, I mean, it was just incredible. He said they're barely a country and all they do is kill each other. All they do is kill each other. They have nothing else in the country. And it's really insensitive. They have sand.
Yeah.
Okay? They also have that, okay? Terrible. Disgusting. You know, and it's funny, Trump was saying that, you know, all they do is bitch. All they do is bitch. When they come here, they come from hell and they bitch about paradise. That's what he was saying. And it's like, it's amazing because you could hear the wheels turning in his head. He's like, you know what though? We could turn Somalia into paradise. Just let me take it over. We'll call it Sand Dakota. We'll call Gaza North Sand Dakota. I mean, it's just amazing. He actually said that Somalians were garbage people over and over. They're garbage. They come from garbage. And it was a really unpopular statement, except with one American. And his name was Tony Hinchcliffe. He's like, woof, I'm finally off the hook for that Puerto Rico comment. Woo! And it's like, now Tony Hinchcliffe is like, dude, I was just acting presidential when I said that Puerto Rico was a floating island of garbage. You better watch out, though, because, the Republicans might nominate him in 2028. And then if he challenged the establishment, the FBI will hire a Thomas Crooks or a lone gunman to actually kill Tony. It'll be a real shame. It'll be a real shame if that happens. But look, it's just amazing. Like, he not only said that Somalians are garbage people, he called out the most famous Somalian. I mean, I only know one. But he called out the most famous Somalian, Ilhan Omar, the Minnesota congresswoman, and said that she was a garbage person. And I think that's terrible, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. And that man was her brother. Okay? You know, they have a happy marriage, and it's terrible that he said that. Really is. But I mean, Trump was at the World Cup. Trump was at the World Cup. Okay, a draw. We hosted FIFA at the Kennedy Center for free, and in return, FIFA gave Trump the coveted FIFA Peace Prize. You've never heard of it? Well, that's because it was hastily created a month ago. For Trump, clearly, to suck up to him, and it worked, obviously. It worked. He literally said, "This is one of the greatest honors of my life. One of the greatest honors. Unlike when my wife gave birth to Eric and Don Jr. Unlike that, it was really terrible. That's why I pushed her down a flight of stairs and killed her, allegedly." Allegedly. Good thing she gave me Ivanka, at least. Good thing she gave me Ivanka.
Imagine if he really joked about that.
I think he kind of has. Honestly.
What's the term limit on that?
Yeah. Statute of limitation. I'm the president now. Yeah, I killed her. Don't go downstairs. That was the mistake. Should have taken the elevator. Sorry, Ivana. Yeah, it's just terrible. But look, we're doing great in the World Cup draw. We got Australia. Okay, United States got Australia, and Australia, be careful when you're shooting those goals. Okay, you beat us, Trump will nuke Australia. Okay. He'll actually send it down under. He really will. Now, I know I'm on the right. I'm big on the right, and every time people are like, "Hey, why don't you talk about the Democrats?" Because they're losers. They control nothing. Like, what is there to update you on? Breaking news, still losers. You know, they're breaking news. The Harlem Globetrotters beat the Washington Generals again. There really isn't shit with the Democrats. But superstar Mayor Mamdani of New York City, he hasn't got in yet, but he's already telling what he's going to do. He says that no sweeps of homeless encampments, none. No sweeps of homeless encampments. And I just think that's amazing. I think it's amazing that he is saying that New York City is going to have no sweeps of homeless encampments. They're just going to let them ride it out, because he's going to turn New York City from the city that never sleeps to the city that sleeps outside all the time. I mean, it's just embarrassing. But really, potentially, the biggest news story of the week is war with Venezuela. War with Venezuela. And we kind of covered it last week. Literally, as we were covering it last week, Maduro was fleeing his own country, the leader. You know,
always a good sign.
Yeah, always a good sign. Just taking a vacation permit, you know, and
take the suitcases of money.
Yeah, exactly, and the gold bars and a couple of concubines, and then we're out of there. I mean, look, it was bad. Trump literally declared the day of our show that the airspace above Venezuela was closed. So we're not at war with Venezuela. You just can't fly in or out, and if you get on a boat, we'll blow you out the water. Oof. I mean, it's bad, but it's bad, bro. And what they're trying to do to justify, you know, Venezuela has more oil than any other country, okay? And what they're trying to do to justify that is to roll out the old Bush playbook. What is the old Bush playbook? They have weapons of mass destruction, fentanyl, even though they don't create fentanyl, that's China. But, you know, those are details, right? You know, who cares about that? We're going to be greeted as liberators. Rubio, our Secretary of State, has said 60% of Venezuelans want us to take over their country. The same countries that we rig elections in, like with the CIA, they said that we want to take over. Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
My question is who pulled these guys?
Yeah. The CIA as they were rigging it, it was just amazing.
Made a couple of phone calls, turns out 60%.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 2 out of 5 people didn't survive this poll. Yeah, exactly. So Venezuela, they're in dire straits. They're in dire straits. I mean, look, Trump's about to say they have yellow cake. We got to attack. Sir, that's Tres Leches cake. They have 3 yellow cakes. We must go in. We must go in now. So Pete Hegseth, our Secretary of War, badass. He was being questioned because it came out in September that we airstriked this Venezuelan boat, and we didn't get everybody, and then we airstriked it again. We airstriked a shipwrecked boat, and so this was in September. He was actually.
It's always a good look.
Yeah. It's just like rolling a spare. It wasn't a strike, but you always get that second ball. So Pete Hegseth, it was really, he was being questioned this week by Congress about this, and defending himself, he said that I was monitoring with the admirals this strike for 5 minutes, and he didn't really talk about the 5 minutes, and so I think I know how those 5 minutes went. So, playing the part of the Admiral Bradley, who actually whistle blew on this situation and was worried about the ethics of airstriking shipwrecked people, will be my sidekick, Steve the plumber. And then playing the part of Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, will be yours truly, Eric Abbenante. All right, generals, I have called you in here. I have called you in. Play War Pigs. Dunna. Sir, don't you know War Pigs actually depicts us as bloodthirsty mongers? Yeah, that's fucking sick. That's why I'm playing it. Dunna. All right, so, at ease, gentlemen. At ease. Anyways, so, we need to airstrike. them. How's that going? I think we got the first one. They're all dead, right?
Yes, sir, but there's a problem. They are survivors and they're shipwrecked.
What's the big deal? I mean, they're sitting ducks, right? I mean, it's like shooting Venezuelans in a barrel, am I right?
Geneva Convention says we can't shoot them unless they're calling for backup.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at it right now. We can see through the cameras. I mean, look, right there. He's calling for backup. Launch the missiles.
A piece of plywood.
Okay, yeah, details. He's holding on to a piece of plywood. Don't be a pussy. Okay? Don't be a pussy. Let's just roll with it. Okay?
Okay, sir. We strike the shipwrecked combatants. That's a war crime.
Hey, war crime, schmore crime, okay? I got your back no matter what. Smash cut to the next time they asked Pete Hegseth about this moment. Pete Hegseth went, I stand behind what Admiral Bradley
did.
What
the fuck? What happened? Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, it's like this whole time he was making the Admiral do it, and then he gets actually like, I stand behind what this guy did. It's like, what a bit. And it's like, look, when I said don't be a pussy, I was saying don't be a pussy about me licking your wife's pussy. That was what Pete Hegseth was telling me.
Too far.
Yeah, terrible. Well, no, look up the police records. He comes on married women's tits. 2 doors down from where the guy is. I mean, he's Secretary of War, am I right?
5 minutes after a guy gets shot in the neck, right?
Yeah. So, what do you think of my theory, Steve? What do you think of my theory?
It could be a bit paranoid, but...
Or it's Eric Abbenante versus the world!